Sup, dude? The room looks a little different because, well, I'm back home for the summer. Today, I'll be talking about Paul Pierce and explaining how he became a meme. Paul Pierce is an NBA legend. He averaged around 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists over his career, and he also garnered quite a few awards. He's an NBA champion, he's won an NBA Finals MVP, he's a 10-time NBA All-Star, he was on the All-NBA second team in 2009, he's a 3-time All-NBA third team member, he was on the NBA All-Rookie first team. In 2010, he won the three-point contest. He was put on the NBA 75th anniversary team, and his number is retired by the Boston Celtics. Despite his success, he's become a complete meme in the basketball community for a couple reasons. One reason being his infamous Instagram Live video that got him fired from ESPN.
Getting a neck massage from Bad Mariah. Oh my God.
On April 2nd, 2021, Mr. Pierce started a live on Instagram. In this live, Paul was getting crunk with some strippers. Everyone was really confused as to why he was live streaming this because, you know, first he has a wife, and second, he's an NBA legend who kind of has a status to uphold, and he also has a job at ESPN, or had a job at ESPN. Now, I don't exactly fuck with the cheating on the wife part, but the Instagram live video is pretty funny. After the live video got a lot of eyes on it, ESPN quickly fired him, and the memes began rolling in. Because everyone was talking about Paul's live, everyone began talking about other stuff about Paul. One of those things being he shit himself in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Okay, fine. Nobody really knows if he shit himself, but it's kind of funny to think that he did. It happened like this. Kobe went up for a shot, Paul went to contest it, and as Paul was coming down from contesting the shot, he went straight to the ground and it seemed as if he was injured. He was then wheelchaired back to the locker room and miraculously made a very quick recovery and came back into the game. This made people question whether Paul was really injured or not. And then Paul dug his own grave by announcing on live television that he just had to go to the bathroom.
I have a confession to make. Whoa. I just had to go to a bathroom.
After receiving a shit ton, pun intended, of heat from everyone, Paul backtracked on his statement. Paul said, "If you poop your pants, does it make sense to sit down and mush it in a wheelchair?"
If you poop your pants, does it make sense to sit down and mush it in a wheelchair?
Basically what that quote is saying is that Paul did not poop himself because why would he sit in the wheelchair and mush it all up against his bum bum? I believe he did not poop his pants, but I do think he had to go to the bathroom and fake the injury. I don't think he pooped himself because, as he said, it would not be logical if he poo-pooed himself to sit down and mush it on his cheeks. With that being said, I'd like to change the fact that everyone views him as a joke because, well, in the 2000-2001 NBA season, Paul Pierce was stabbed 11 times and still played every single game of that season.
I look up and my jacket is red, blood everywhere. I'm kind of leaking down my face. I can really keep my eyes open. And they like, you stabbed.
On September 25th in the year 2000, Paul Pierce was at a nightclub in Boston. He was talking to some women when a man by the name of Anthony Hurston came up behind him and hit him in the back of the head, knocking him to the ground. From there, Trevor Watson and William Ragland came up and started attacking him. And then all of a sudden, William Ragland pulled out a knife and began stabbing Paul. He stabbed Paul 11 times, including the face and neck. He was rushed to the hospital and thankfully survived. The only major problem he dealt with was a collapsed lung, but that was fixed through surgery. It was a complete miracle that Paul survived due to the severity of his stab wounds. The NBA season was set to start a month after Paul was stabbed. It was highly unlikely that Paul was going to be able to play. But then Paul proved everyone wrong and played all 82 games. And not only did he play all 82 games, he kicked ass. He averaged 25 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and about 1.6 steals a game. He led the Celtics in scoring, he finished 8th in the league in points per game, and 4th in total points. He even won Player of the Month in March. Pretty fucking crazy. Despite playing very well, Paul suffered from depression and had panic attacks, all because of the stabbing incident. He would carry a gun on him so that he would feel safe. Currently though, I feel like Paul's doing a lot better than he was, judging by his Instagram live video.
Strictly what?
Strictly what they can make.
To wrap this all up, I just feel like we should give Paul just a little bit more credit than we do. Alright, well, that's the end of the video. Click here if this tickles your fancy. Toodaloo, my sweet child.